Hey, this is Gary from 3Bug Media, and today we're going to talk about doing local SEO if you have multiple locations. Now, if you have multiple locations, it's a little bit different than if you only have one location. So we're going to talk about two things today. We're going to talk about your website and Google My Business, because those are your two main web properties for a local business. Now, when it comes to your website, traditionally, if you only have one location, then you're going to rely on your homepage to do the heavy lifting and get you those rankings. Not so if you have multiple locations. So you have 2, 3, 4, 5 locations, your homepage is very unlikely to be able to rank for all of those locations in all those areas, whether they're all in the same city in different neighborhoods or if they're all across the country or whatever. It's unlikely your homepage will be able to do that, so you need to structure it a little bit differently. So a basic structure for a multiple location website would be your homepage, and then on your homepage you might have a little section that has locations, location A, location B, location C, and a user can click that location and it will go to its own unique landing page for that location, okay? The other setup you can use if you have a lot of locations, so if you have 2 or 3, you can get away with just linking from the homepage. But if you have a lot of locations, so say you have 10, 15, 20 locations, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to send people to what's called a location finder page. And you'll see that a lot with franchises. So you'll go to a location finder page, you'll say put in your zip code or select by state, select by country, or whatever it's going to be, and it'll narrow down the locations for that area. So if you have a lot of locations, you'll probably use a location finder page and you'll have all your locations listed on there, and then from there users can click on a location and go to that page. Now, a quick tip for local SEO: most businesses and most business websites that have multiple locations do not actually create location pages in of themselves. What they'll do is they'll just list a little bit of information, the name, the location, maybe a link to the Google map, phone number, things like that, but it won't actually have its page. The location finder page will actually be the last stop when finding your location. That's easy to set up. It's not great for local SEO because if you have, say you're a Mexican restaurant in Charlotte and you have one location in Pineville, one location in South Park, one location in Matthews, it's very hard for your homepage or your location finder page to be able to rank for all 3 of those. So if somebody's searching for Mexican food in Pineville, Mexican food in Matthews, Mexican food in South Park, these pages are not going to rank for those on there, right? It's your location pages that are going to rank for those. So take the extra step if you want to do local SEO and create a location page, because we're going to be using that with your Google My Business listing in a second. So take the time to create its own page. Think of it like a landing page for that location. It's going to have all the information a user needs to make a decision to, go to that business or not. Don't make the assumption people are always going to go to your homepage first and then to a location page. Put all the necessary information for people to make a decision directly on your location page. Okay, so this is the basic setup. It's pretty basic. The key is make sure each location has its own page created, okay? And each page should have its own unique content. Don't copy and paste. Google doesn't like that. You're most likely not going to be able to rank, so make sure you take the time to create unique content for that. Embed a Google map. That's a clear signal to Google where that location is. Make sure you include NAP, your name, address, phone number, contact information, and make it look like a homepage, because with this strategy we're going to be sending users a lot of the time directly to the location page, bypassing the homepage. So make sure it looks nice and make sure it has the necessary information for somebody to make a decision. Okay, moving on to Google My Business page. Every location should have its own Google My Business listing, okay? I assume you probably already know that already, but now that you have a nice location page on your website, instead of linking all of these Google My Business listings to your homepage, link them to the individual location pages, right? That'll send a clear signal to Google and it'll help give these pages some more strength, some more authority in the rankings, and help push these into the rankings a little bit faster than if you were linking all these directly to the homepage. Okay, each location should have its own listing, and make sure you link, like I said, link to the individual location pages, because now you have a nice page to send people to. Okay, so this is the way it looks. Okay, when we have all this stuff set up, we want to create what's called a silo for your location page, okay? And this is the way you're going to rank these pages on here. Number one, your Google My Business listing should be linking to it. If you're a local, say, like I said, if you're say a Mexican restaurant or a restaurant in your city and somebody wants to write a review for one of your locations, instead of sending them to the home page, see if you can get them to link to that location page if they're writing about a specific location. Great strategy if you're into creating content, whether that's blog, video, media content, images, things like that, social media. Create profiles and share that information and link to that specific location page. So if you can keep everything topical, so if you're creating blog posts for this location page, about this location page, make sure you link to this location page, okay? Same thing with links and citations. If you're gonna do a little local SEO campaign, do one for each location page, where each location has its own directory links, social profiles, review profiles, things like that, and they're all linking to this location page instead of the home page. And what will happen is when you start to concentrate all of these links and all these assets to each specific location page, these location pages will start to gain authority in the search engines and start to get higher visibility and higher rankings in the search results. Okay, so to recap, your home page, make sure you have individual location pages set up for each of your locations. Make sure your Google My Business listings are linking to your individual location pages. And for each location page, think of it as its own little website where you're going to run a little local SEO campaign specifically for each location. And anytime you have something topical, like I said, local media, somebody wants to write a review, things like that for one of your locations, instead of sending them to the home page, which is what most people do, send them to the location page, because now you've created a nicely designed location page that looks like a home page, and it has all the information people need on it. Okay, so this is a quick recap and review of what that setup should look like. If you have any questions, you can go to 3bugmedia.com. Thank you very much.